Love is relentlessly marketed by society as the highest human ideal. But for a man who has lived past the age of 60, a harsh, undeniable truth emerges. Love without respect is a counterfeit currency. And to the mature masculine mind, it is entirely worthless. When we are young, we are biologically and psychologically programmed to chase the intoxicating biochemical high of love. We equate passion with loyalty. We assume that if a woman loves us, she will automatically honor us. But as the decades pass, the illusions of youth are brutally stripped away. Through the crucible of marriage, divorce, career struggles, and the heavy burdens of being a provider, an older man undergoes a massive psychological paradigm shift. He realizes that love is simply an emotion, subject to the chaotic whims of human nature. He realizes that a woman can claim to love him while simultaneously destroying his peace, draining his wealth, and attacking his dignity. By the time a man reaches his golden years, his tolerance for conditional, disrespectful love drops to absolute zero. Today we are going to dissect the psychology of the sovereign older man. We will explore the 7 undeniable reasons why senior men place mutual respect on a pedestal far higher than romantic love, and why this shift is the ultimate hallmark of masculine maturity. Let us begin. Point number 1. Love can be temporary, but respect is consistent. We must examine love through the lens of neurobiology. Romantic love is largely a chemical state, driven by surges of dopamine, oxytocin, and serotonin. Like all chemical states, it is inherently volatile. It fluctuates based on mood, external stress, and the inevitable fading of the honeymoon phase. A young man will tolerate a partner who yells at him, insults his character, or manipulates him, as long as she apologizes and says, "I love you" afterward. He believes the emotion justifies the abuse. The senior man knows better. He knows that love is just a noun, but respect is a verb. Respect is an action. It is a behavioral choice that requires discipline, especially in moments of anger. If a woman truly respects a man, she does not weaponize her bad days against him. She does not use his vulnerabilities as ammunition during an argument. To the older man, consistency of character is infinitely more attractive than intense, unpredictable passion. He demands the unshakable stone of respect, because he knows the cherry blossoms of romantic love will inevitably fall. Point number 2. Respect protects a man's lifelong dignity. For over 60 years, a man spends his life building his name. He builds his career. He builds his financial fortress. He builds a reputation within his community and his family. The masculine journey is defined by the heavy burden of utility and the relentless pursuit of honor. When a woman disrespects a man, whether by belittling him in public, rolling her eyes at his opinions, or treating him like a subservient child, she is not just being rude, she is actively attacking the dignity he spent half a century bleeding to build. A younger man might laugh off a public insult to avoid conflict. A senior man will never allow his dignity to be the punchline of a woman's joke. He requires a partner who guards his reputation as fiercely as she guards her own. He views disrespect not as a minor character flaw, but as a fatal character assassination. He will instantly sever ties with any woman who attempts to shrink him to elevate herself. Point number 3. Decades of experience have taught them incredibly painful lessons. To reach the age of 60 without suffering romantic trauma is a mathematical impossibility. The men who demand respect today are the same men who, 20 or 30 years ago, sacrificed everything for the illusion of love. Many of these men have lived through the brutal reality of the family court system. They have been loved by women who eventually drained their bank accounts, alienated them from their children, or discarded them when they faced a career setback. They learned a terrifying psychological truth. A woman can feel overwhelming love for a man, yet possess zero respect for him. And when the love fades, the lack of respect will allow her to destroy his life without a shred of guilt. These painful lessons generated profound psychological scar tissue. The older man's boundaries are now made of reinforced steel. He evaluates a woman not by how intensely she claims to love him, but by how she behaves when she doesn't get her way. He has survived the fire, and he will never again hand his heart to a woman who does not respect the flames he walked through. Point number 4. Respect is the ultimate architect of peace. If there is one word that defines the ultimate pursuit of a man over 60, it is peace. The human nervous system, after decades of absorbing the shockwaves of life, reaches a state where allostatic load, the wear and tear of chronic stress, becomes physically intolerable. Love is often chaotic. It is prone to jealousy, neediness, and dramatic emotional fluctuations. But respect? Respect is a tranquilizer. When a relationship is built on a foundation of absolute respect, there is no need to walk on eggshells. There are no manufactured arguments designed to test the man's loyalty. If there is a disagreement, it is handled with the maturity of two adults sitting at a boardroom table, not two teenagers screaming in a hallway. The senior man realizes that a peaceful home is his ultimate sanctuary. He would rather sleep alone in a quiet, empty house than share a mansion with a woman whose chaotic version of love spikes his blood pressure. Respect creates a drama-free ecosystem. And to the aging man, that ecosystem is priceless. Point number 5. Older men no longer need a cheerleader. They need an equal. In youth, a man's ego is intensely tied to external validation. Society conditions men to believe that their value is determined by their ability to impress women. A young man seeks romantic love because it acts as a mirror, reflecting back an image of himself that makes him feel worthy, handsome, and successful. But as a man matures, he undergoes the profound psychological process of individuation. He internalizes his self-worth. He has looked in the mirror for 60 years. He knows his flaws, he knows his strengths, and he has already proven his competence to the world. He no longer needs a woman to stroke his ego. He does not need performative romance or excessive flattery. Because his self-esteem is generated entirely from within, the primary utility of youthful love, validation, is completely obsolete. What he requires now is not a fan, but a partner. He requires a woman who honors his boundaries, respects his space, and brings tangible value to his life. If a woman attempts to manipulate him by withdrawing her love, he remains completely unmoved because his foundation is built on self-respect, not female validation. Point number 6. Time is far too valuable to waste on disrespect. We must address the stark mathematical reality of human mortality. When a man is 30, he operates under the dangerous illusion of infinite time. If a partner disrespects him, plays games, or initiates a dramatic breakup cycle, he might spend 3 years trying to fix the relationship. He writes it off as a learning experience. But when a man reaches 60, the illusion is broken. He realizes that he is in the final chapters of his life. If he is fortunate, he has perhaps 15 or 20 healthy summers left. With this profound realization, the value of his time skyrockets to an astronomical premium. He will no longer wait in the lobby of someone else's indecision. He will not spend a single weekend arguing about trivial nonsense. He refuses to spend his final, most precious years trying to teach a grown woman how to treat him with basic human decency. If a woman displays a lack of respect, the senior man executes an immediate, unapologetic exit strategy. He protects his time as fiercely as a dragon guards its gold, because time is the one currency he can never earn back. Point number 7, and the ultimate conclusion: respect vastly outlives physical attraction. Biology is a cruel master. Physical beauty, no matter how extraordinary, is guaranteed to fade. The fiery passion that consumes a couple in their youth will inevitably cool into embers. If a relationship is built entirely on the foundation of romantic love and physical desire, it will collapse the moment gravity and time take their toll. The senior man understands that when the biological drives wane, only one thing possesses the structural integrity to hold two human beings together: profound, mutual respect. It is the respect for the life they have built, the respect for the sacrifices they have mutually endured, the respect for the intellect and the soul of the person sitting across from them. The older man does not want a woman who simply loves him. He wants a woman who honors him. Because while love might be the spark that starts the fire, respect is the heavy oak log that keeps the house warm through the darkest, coldest winters of old age. To the younger men watching this, learn this lesson now. Do not wait until you are 60 to demand respect. Realize that a woman's love is meaningless if it is not accompanied by her reverence for your boundaries. And to the older men watching this, the ones who have drawn their lines in the sand, the ones who have stopped apologizing for their standards, you are not rigid, you are not bitter. You are elite strategists who have finally mastered the game. Never let society shame you for fiercely protecting the dignity you spent a lifetime bleeding to build. If this video resonated with you, I want to hear your story. Head down to the comments and tell me, at what age did you realize that respect was infinitely more valuable than romantic love? Your wisdom and your scars will help guide the younger men who are still fighting blindly through the storm. If you found value in this deep dive into male psychology, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell. Thank you for watching. Until next time, guard your sanctuary and protect your dignity.